Well, it's the second week. Sorry, it's the second day of week 8 of the LCS coverage brought to you by Alienware. I am joined in the LCS parking lot as normal by Nisqy himself after a very wild game against CLG. So
hmm
that game looked pretty competitive up until the moment when it just suddenly didn't. What happened there, Nisqy?
I don't know. I think, to be honest, the comp you had was kind of hard to execute, I think. And I think the comp was pretty good against ours. Like they had Tam against Yasuo Aurelia, which they could kind of go on any side and just kind of make a man advantage, I guess. So yeah, the game was hard, but I'm happy that we got the win. So
Talk to me about playing against Pobelter because since he returned, a ton of people have been giving him so much credit, and a lot of people are lauding him as the reason why CLG's been able to do as well after having such a disappointing start of their split. So, what is your opinion of him after having just played him?
I mean, I think he's not bad. Um, I don't think he's necessarily really good, but I feel like I mean, he's there after me, Jensen, and Björk, I think. I
Okay.
mean, I think he's like fifth or sixth or whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't really see why he was not in the LCS in the first place, anyways. I think he belonged there, but I'm happy he got his spot back, and yeah, I hope he stays in CLG or in another team next split because I do believe uh, he's pretty decent. So.
But I mean, it sounds as though, because everybody else is like, oh man, Pobelter proving why he needs to be here. Like, the analyst
Mhm.
desk and the casters, I feel like, are really big on him right now. But it sounds like you think he's only about average.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone else can. I think it would be weird to like say Povelter is like top three or whatever, in my opinion, because I mean he's in a team where they have nothing to lose, so he can take as much risk as he wants, and like I don't know, it's just kind of it feels weird, but I don't. I mean he's not bad at all. As I said, I think he's top five, top six, and I think that's pretty good, you know. But I don't think he is as insane as I don't know if the casters say that he's insane or whatever, but he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. What do you feel, or what do you think of that game just now against
hmm
CLG? Because obviously you guys won, but do you have negative feelings towards it because it was such a hard fight? You know, maybe things seem like they're getting a little closer. I mean, they are the 10th place team, right?
Um, to be honest, I think CLG is not playing as a 10th place team. Like I feel like they're not as bad. Um, for example, I think GGS is looking pretty bad. Um, I feel like CLG is actually has improved, or maybe because of Pop coming back, they're actually better now. But I don't think they're that bad. But also, I think we're kind of not necessarily trolling, but just trying new stuff. We don't really play to our strengths and stuff. So yeah, I think we're just looking to have new play styles and new game plans. And yeah, I think that's just kind of a factor of why the game against CLG was kind of close, I guess, in a way. But yeah.
Do you feel as though the sudden and surprising week off was good, bad, neutral for Cloud9? Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is going to give TL a chance to catch up, maybe." And obviously, they win 1-1 this weekend, and you know it potentially allows other teams more time to catch you.
Um, I don't think it's necessarily bad for us, but also I don't think it was good. I think it really doesn't matter because, to be honest, actually, I think it helped us a bit because we played a shit ton of whole new champions during the week we had like our break, I guess. Um, so yeah, I think having one more week to kind of practice new stuff, try new stuff was pretty nice for us. But also, it's kind of the same for every other team, I guess. So yeah, I think everyone just benefits from it.
Did we
Except,
see?
I mean,
Oh, go
except the
ahead.
teams that are not in playoffs. I think it's worse for them, of course. But
Do you? Did we see new stuff you guys were trying this weekend?
I mean, kind of, you know. I mean, we played some Bard, you know. We played, I don't play Gragas Yasuo. Licorice played Kalista, you know. Like just a lot of new stuff which we try and yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. How did you spend that past week? I remember because I did that fun little interview with you guys while you were all playing your Clash or whatever. But I mean, it seemed as though the pro players all kind of took it in stride and used it as an example to maybe let off some steam or play some fun games or whatever.
I mean, to be honest, I think the only thing that I did a lot that week is like kind of chill in a way for a week or like 2 or 3 days where I didn't play as many solo queues. I think there even was a day where I didn't play solo queue because I felt like I didn't have any games that weekend, so it was kind of useless to play. And we took 2 days off, which was pretty nice, I think. And yeah, I played other games, and then also I streamed a lot. Uh, yeah, it felt kind of nice to stream for the CNN fans and my community because I usually don't stream a lot because we have LCS, you know. But yeah, streaming felt nice, and playing other games.
I saw you were playing some games with Closer and Broken
Mm-hmm.
Blade. Yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys are pretty good friends.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we're all Turkish, so I think it's just natural that we're kind of friends.
Were you guys friends before? Have you become more friends now that Closer has come over, and I guess especially now that Broken Blade's been over for a bit?
I mean, I didn't really know Closer at all before he was kind of joining NA. That's when I kind of knew that I mean, I'd have another Turkish brother, I guess, come to NA, you know. But I kind of knew BB a bit because I mean, when he wanted to join TSM, he like asked my opinion and stuff, and then from there we kind of became really good friends. But yeah, Closer has been only from this year, so.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like you guys get along pretty well now, or maybe not, because he was hard flaming you in my little interview with him. Like, it seems like you guys are on really good terms, which I think is fun that you guys have become friends.
Hmm.
Yeah. For you, is it hard to keep motivation going at all? Because I remember last year, Team Liquid had secured playoffs. I think maybe 2 weeks before the end of the split, or with 2 more weeks to go, and they started like losing and not having it all in there. Now you've got not only, did you secure it? You're way ahead of the rest of the pack. You also now have playoffs just going to be played online in people's homes, and MSI is probably not going to happen. I mean, there's been no official announcement, but it's hard to imagine.
Hmm.
So, is it just difficult because it does feel as though so much of the hype, at least as we would feel it in normally in week 8, is kind of gone.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of sucks, but we cannot really change anything about it. That, like, for example, we cannot play on stage, or MSI might not happen, or will happen, we don't know. Um, but I feel like, at least for me personally, it's kind of I just need to improve as much as I can every week. Again, I said it before, but I will not stop till we win the split. Or like, after that, I will still not stop probably, but I want to win the split. And even though, for example, we took a week off, stuff like that, I'm really still focused to that. And like, we're not like slacking, or we're not like really giving up or whatever. I think it actually kind of helped us in a way where everyone kind of tries new champions and then becomes good at that champion. So we can draft around it as well. So I think, yeah, we've been doing a pretty good job at not being demotivated, I guess, because at the end we still want to win, and we know that playoffs really matter. Like, I think if you lose one best of five or two best of five, then you're just out, and then even though you were first in the regular split, it doesn't matter at the end because everyone just remembers the winners. So I just want to win it all, and yeah, we will do everything we can for it. So.
Jet was saying something around at the end of the game about how he'd really like to see kind of the powerful Cloud9 that perhaps we didn't get a chance to see this weekend. Have you guys kind of like turned down the volume a little bit since these matches don't super matter? Is it true that we're seeing like only about 70% or 80%, something like that, of what Cloud9 can be?
Yeah, I mean, we're not necessarily like playing bad or like trolling or whatever, but we're not necessarily playing or like best comps, or I don't know, like we don't like I don't know, if you see me on Zoe, then you know that we're kind of sharding, for example. But I mean, if you see me on Yasuo or like I don't know, Maokai stuff like that, then you know that we're kind of experimenting in a way. Um, yeah, I really don't think like, even for example, if next week we go O2, I think people should still expect us to be the best team because we're just trying stuff out, and we're not necessarily playing to like stomp the enemy team or whatever. So,
Yeah.
which we might do against TL, because personal things, but.
Well, changing gears a little bit, what has it been like for you dealing with all of the fallout from this situation? You know, obviously people aren't going out, and it's kind of funny because obviously people joke about LCS pros and gamers already being comfortable staying at home, but how has this affected you, if at all?
To be honest, it didn't really affect me at all, except the fact that I didn't get to BB and closer for like a while now, because usually we go out like twice a week, I think, or once a week minimum. But yeah, it's been a while since I went out of the house, so yeah, that's it, I think, because usually I just play solo queue, and then if I go out, then it's just to meet them, and I know we cannot, so that's the only thing that's bad, but except that, everything's the same. I eat the same food, I play the same amount of games, and yeah.
Did you hear? I mean, I guess you must have, because what I understand is there was a vote about it. But did
Mm-hmm.
you hear that at one point in time, Riot was considering not ending Spring Split or not finishing it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was your
Or yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything, but yeah.
sure? I mean, I think I've also talked to some other pros because one of them brought it up in an interview that there was this vote around if the
Yeah.
players wanted to continue or not continue. What was kind of your take on that, right? Because my impression is this must be so weird for to have this vote so late in the split because you probably have teams that are none of their games matter, right? And so
Yeah.
why should they want to keep playing? But for you guys, you probably really, you know, this is your chance at winning a spring split. So I don't know. Did that affect you? Were you freaking out about the idea that it might not happen? And you're like, well, what? We put all this effort and we were doing so well. I don't. What was kind of your reaction to all that?
Um, I mean, to be honest, the first time I heard it, I thought it was a joke because I was like, is that actually a thing? Like, how can that be a thing? You know, just cancel the spring split where we already played like 70% of it. Why would you cancel it now? You know? And then it's also where we kind of knew that we were going to play it online already. And then I think the vote happened then, which was really weird, I think, in my opinion. And then also, I was really surprised because I think more of half of the players, or what? I don't know the percentage. I don't know if you have it, but
Yeah, it was like the majority. It was a
yeah,
little
like
less than 2/3. Yeah.
like how can the majority of players say yes to that? You know, I think it's crazy to me because imagine assistance canceled. The next 2 months, you're just gonna chill at home. You're gonna play League anyways. So it's like, why would you want to cancel the split? I feel like it's a really weird approach, or maybe it's just me, but I think maybe they just wanted some downtime. But I do agree that, for example, for the bad teams, it's good because if their games don't matter, then I mean, it's better to just have free time, right? But like for us, and I think TSM and like I don't know FlyQuest and stuff, I feel like it's just really weird if they voted yes, you know, like that would be really weird to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me it was just really shocking because I feel like if you're a player that wants to cancel the split, that means that you don't even want to play it, I guess, or like win it or whatever, you know. So it just really it was really weird for me, yeah.
I did hear that one of the reasons listed was that there's now going to be a very there's not going to be very much of a break between spring split ending and summer split starting, right? Because summer got pushed up.
Hmm.
Do you think that that's a valid reason, or that that's a concern at all that perhaps the players won't have as much time to have a
I
break or
mean,
reset before summer?
I mean, I think that's an okay reason, but I still think that then the teams should all vote, and then the teams that want to continue the split should just continue it, and like have a. And if three teams wants to play it out, then three teams should have the playoffs, like bracket or whatever, because Rhino are at the top, and it's like if it gets cancelled, it's like really weird because we're the number one team, you know. And I feel
Yeah.
like every other team would vote yes, I guess, because we're so far ahead of everyone. So I don't. It just felt.
What if
It just
nine
felt really
teams didn't
weird, you
want to
know.
do it? This
I mean, yeah, then just give us. I mean, just give us the trophy, then, you know. And then I
yeah.
mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, I
Yeah.
want to win the split. I don't want it to get cancelled or whatever. I
Yeah.
think it'd be really boring, but yeah, I just want to win the split. So
I mean, I
please
was
don't
just
cancel.
teasing about the nine teams thing. I just thought it'd be very funny if you're like, we win.
Yeah, we
Now we got
won. You know, it's like
two,
no,
2 months off.
yeah.
Either way. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for the interview. Anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Um, Thanks for supporting us still. We've been doing a pretty good job. I know that this week's games and probably next week's games are not going to be as clean, but we'll still be in shape for playoffs and we'll show how good we truly are at playoffs. So, yeah, just keep believing us.
Very good. Well, I'm excited to see how you guys do. Thanks so much for the interview. I really appreciate it. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching that interview. You know, one thing about working from home and making all this from home right now, I can showcase some of the things that I have here with me, including this M15 notebook. This is actually something that we've used as we've worked remotely a ton in the past, and it's incredibly powerful and great. You maybe are trying to figure out what you want, if you need something to move around the house right now, or maybe in preparation for going back to school later on. These things are amazing. They're beautiful. They're lovely computers. It can do a whole lot of stuff off of this. This is the M15. They also have an M17 that looks a lot like it. But either way, you can check out this computer and more at the link in the video description. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this little bar to light up here. Yeah, there we go. This lights up and it's customizable. It looks so clean, doesn't it?